Circle, beginning, ending. Circle, beginning, ending. We are a circle within a circle with no beginning and never ending. We are a circle within a circle with no beginning and never ending. We are a circle within a circle with no beginning and never ending. We are a circle.
I got Terry here with me today, and I very much seriously been trying to get Terry to make her own channel, if not for anything but for meditation, because
Hi guys.
she puts me to sleep when her voice, I'm gonna tell you, it's amazing.
I put her to sleep. I think that's an endorsement.
Okay, so at the end of this video, any of y'all who think that Terry should make a video, please leave it in the comment. Make a channel, put it in the comments.
And I might put
Peer
makeup
pressure.
on. Mhm.
You don't
I might
need
put
makeup.
on.
So
Oh,
we
this is
we got the list from all, well, we got half of the discussions. There's 21 here. Half of the topics that people wanted to see discussed on this channel.
Oh, and there's some of those topics I've lit up on, but we're still.
We want to have some more people for some of the topics, so to have more opinions. But what we're going to discuss today is circle casting, yes and no's, and what was the other one? Oh, why do older witches' knowledge refuse to help newcomers, and is it wrong? I'm not sure if that's how it's going to be titled up top, but this is how it was typed to me and asked. And what was the other one we said we were going to talk about? That said would be good? Coven or no coven, because it's not on this list. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I guess we'll start off with circle casting. A lot of people are kind of conflicted because you hear people say that casting a circle is unnecessary, and then you got other people who say that it is. What is your opinions on
It
it?
depends on what you're trying to do. It depends on where you intend to go with your workings. You and I just sitting here forming the energy between us have created a circle. We're creating a sort of sacred space. Especially if you define sacred space as an area of protection, an area of focus, an area of, we're focusing on our
I like that how you
conversation.
said right here the energy we're forming a circle.
Mhm.
I think people think that it's all about getting out and pointing to just the, calling in the elements, and that's the only way you can cast a circle. And I think that's
a technical way.
Yeah.
It's not the only way, it's a technical way, and it works. Now, if you're doing specific workings, solitaire meditation, solitaire spell casting, solitaire working with your deities, you notice how we duck and avoid worship and prayer. Those are buzzwords. There's a lot of those words that just create frisson when it comes across to the pagan side. We haven't got a language for that stuff yet, because there's a paradigm shift in the philosophies involved too. When you say worship, it creates a hierarchy in our heads that doesn't really apply to paganism and pagan deity work. But I digress. Back on those circles, I'm specifically using elemental castings right now. Just the plain elemental casting, not going up into the watchtowers, not going up in... And with a lot of people that flow in and out of the area, flow in and out of the instances where we're casting these elemental circles, I've been having to share with these folks so that they can participate, put their 2 cents in. In that sense, they get a little bit more out of the spiritual experience. One of my biggest bugaboos is when we're calling at night, calling the East, and they're dismissing the East. They talk to this element like it was a personality, instead of one of the building blocks of the universe. So you don't say fire, well, I had a good time, I hope you did.
Peace out.
Peace out, please leave now, and try not to hurt too many people on your way out.
I remember
then
that.
You look back, and you got all the old witches that were like, banish. Holy mother of God. Now, it's just, when I was younger and formal student, we were learning how to cast elemental circles, and the various kinds. And so it was like, okay, let's cast a circle tonight. One of the other students is like, no, we have to have a purpose. And we're like, well, our purpose is to practice. Our purpose is to learn. No, you have to have a higher purpose. And, our teacher that night sat back, crossed his arms, and just started grinning. And we duked it out. We debated up one side, down the other about the reason for a circle. My co-student's reason was that you cast a circle, I guess similar to the highly ceremonial kind of magicians where they're going to be invoking demons or stuff like that. And that's a whole other topic about where those demons. Read, chicken, Kabbalah. Whatever you do, read, chicken, Kabbalah.
Chicken Kabbalah, y'all.
Yeah, I
have to look it up on Amazon and put a link in the description box.
Yeah, you need to read Chicken Kabbalah. It's from the highly ceremonial practitioners, which
I don't think you're the first person to tell me to read that.
Yeah, but to cast a circle or not, I like to. There's a variety of reasons to do so. There's a variety of things that you're accomplishing when you do, and you don't accomplish all of that. I mean, some folks cast their elements to eliminate all the elements from the center and banish it all. Other folks cast these elements to create a sharp focus of them in each of the quarters, to create a concentration and a purification of nothing but that elemental tool. Some folks aren't even worried about banish or concentrate. They just want to create a sphere of safety, or perhaps a rarefied atmosphere where we can pay attention.
So that's what I was going to ask you. You consider when you're doing spell work, like if I'm in my area and I'm going to conduct a spell, and I do kind of a bubble type around me, would you consider that casting a circle as well?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know those little bubbles that you put, and then you fill it with energy glitter, and then you set it like a bucket over a doorway for somebody to come through. Those are technically little circles. When I sit alone and do my own energy work, when I do my own spell working, I very much like to cast a circle in that point because it's letting all my attention whiskers relax from having to pay attention to what's going on around me. I can focus completely on here, or I want to be in my own special sacred space when the ooh-ah overcomes me. And I have that moment.
I think a lot of people are getting confused or having issues with, they go to maybe a group function like up at the fellowship, and then it's, a 15, 20 minute to cast a circle, get everybody in place.
Oh, that's another good reason to cast a circle. It eats up a lot of time. You've got to sit there. But I have some friends at their circles. It's like it doesn't matter that it takes you 45 minutes to construct a circle. Or 5 minutes, because they're going to be there till midnight no matter what.
But I think because when they're at home, because a lot of people who are watching are solitary, and they don't have places to go like the fellowship. And when they're at home, they're thinking, do I have to do this whole, point, do this instead of just,
And
doing
heck, we haven't even gotten into, do I have to have a consecrated athame or wand? Do I have to have
that's on the
chalice?
list.
Do I have, let me tell
Materials
you,
and your magics.
things are nice. They are nice to have. They are nice, even if what you've done is found one in a witchy shop. Oh, that's so pretty, and then you had to save up for it for 6 months to buy it and bring it home. Or if oh God, I've even got one that I hammered out at an old-fashioned forge with bellows that we had to hand operate and hammer
I
away
have
on
fun with my
railroad
tools,
ties.
but if I were to lose all my tools, it wouldn't prevent me from practicing. Exactly.
Ready.
That can, what she just did
I'm
can go in
ready.
many different ways.
I am ready. Let's go.
Exactly. Yeah.
And sitting there going, which end is up? Where's north? Where's east? Because not everybody begins in the east. Most everybody begins in air. There's a puzzle. But so which end is up? And then just sit there and go, and then begin on the work. Sometimes that's all it takes.
So it can be that simple and it can be that complicated.
Mm-hmm.
It's really up to the, I guess, the practitioner, the situation.
And whether or not you got to write a paper for a real stringent, bossy teacher after you're done. We didn't have to write papers, thank God. Our cousins had to write papers. Elemental magics seem to be the building block. They seem to be the place many people start. Actually, many people start with a little paperback book with, like the lemon drop and a drop of blood, or the lemon wedge and a drop of blood, and that kind of spell work. And when we start into witchy ways, and we don't even know yet that Wiccan is not an umbrella term for what everybody is out here. We're going to get into that conversation. But then after we've learned a little bit about the elements, some of the correspondences of them, how we can switch them up, how they can work for us, and perhaps start using them all the time. To some people it can feel old hat. It can feel like we're playing with the baby blocks. I've been at this a long time.
Yes, you have.
Yeah, 111 years ago. When I could still get laid at Beltane. Oh, did I say that out loud?
Can't you still?
I'm shy.
I think everybody can still get laid.
No, that's true too. That's what Mae Wine is for.
You should see her roommate.
Oh my God. Oh, he's a brother man.
Yeah, he's not my brother.
He's been friend zoned. Yeah.
Yeah, once they're in there, to be
But he's
over.
a magic man. You have to give him that.
Mhm.
But he's not the only one I know either.
Yeah.
That's true.
We got way off the topic of circle
God.
casting.
See how, I don't.
That way, when you watch this video, you'll see the comments and you can answer people.
Yeah, and folks, when I finally do go wide public with it, if you end up looking around to it, I usually end up throwing together a playlist that we use in our services. I went up to a little Unitarian church about 3 years ago, and it's a primarily pagan Union church. It's what they call an intentional Unitarian Universalist church. So most of the congregants there were pagan, but then most of them didn't really seem to know what they were doing. I didn't go judgmental at first because some of the craziness I saw could have been done on purpose, but I finally asked, why are you casting your circles backwards? Widdershins, because there's sometimes a reason for that. One of the ritualists started crying. The other one was whoop, whoop, whoop. He had picked it up out of spiral dance, but he'd gotten it backwards. He had a dyslexic moment before he wrote it down, and they've been casting backwards for about 8 months. From there, a few things came around. One of the things I didn't know about church compared to coven was that church can be damn contentious, and they pissed me off. So I kind of stuck with them. I think it's a really sweet place now.
No. So I can tell the people they can leave comments for you, and I'll send
Yeah.
you this video, and you will respond to their links.
I will.
Because underneath their comments, there will be a spot where you can click reply and you can answer.
Oh, okay, cool.
So
I'll go under my name, Terry Guyton.
yeah, so
I've
it'll
been
be.
out of the burn closet for too long to worry
So
about.
we're gonna move on to the next topic. So I want to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you at the next one. And as always, blessed be, guys.
Blessed be.
Deuces.